Okay, what's up everybody? Welcome back. Okay, so I thought what we'd do, I mean, this is so typical. I've just recently dropped a video about Stalker Gamma, and in that video, I explain my opinion that at the moment, I mean, the title is Stalker Gamma in 2025 is better than Stalker 2, here's why. And obviously it's a little bit clickbaity, but the whole point of the video is that I address my opinions on the fact that it's a shame that we have to rely on the modding community as a whole to address the issues that should be dealt with from the main game developers from launch. Okay, now that it actually isn't necessarily 100% fair for me to target this inside a Stalker, inside the Stalker universe. Even though I'm not playing Stalker 2 in the video, I'm playing Stalker Gamma, but I make a comparison between Stalker Gamma and Stalker 2, and I use that as the base for my opinion on that whole subject. Really, I'm not actually taking aim necessarily at Stalker 2 or Stalker in general. I'm actually really addressing things like, you know, Bethesda and the whole Elder Scrolls series and the Fallout series and all these things that have all this massive hype and they take about 10 years to develop, and yet we keep on getting given games that on launch are not what A, were promised, and B, even scrape the barrel of what could be done within that time frame and on the budget that these guys have. That's my initial complaint, and I just so happened to frame that within the umbrella of Stalker because that's the game I was playing at the time. But and really what my comparison was within Stalker was not necessarily about a complaint of Stalker 2. It was just my opinion that some of the game mechanics within Stalker Gamma far outdo some of the game mechanics that I think are lacking in Stalker 2 that I think would be improved if they were implemented, such as the whole mechanic behind building your weapons and finding parts scattered around the zone, and not every weapon is perfect, and you know, you have to really maintain not just the gun as a whole, but the barrel and the trigger and all these different things. Now, is that realistic? Is that a realistic expectation? Probably not. And I am a little bit spoiled, as we all are if you enjoy Stalker Gamma. I am a little bit spoiled to have that game mechanic because it is so unique. And I've just fallen in love with it, and I think the more that Stalker Gamma grows, both visually and with other game mechanics that they introduce, it just gets better and better and better. That is not necessarily a dig at Stalker 2 at all. I love Stalker 2. I think it's a fantastic game. I think that what they've managed to do, and I said this in that video, is what they've managed to do in the time that they had, considering where they were and what was going on and all the rest of it. I think the fact that they released a game at all is a miracle. The fact that they update it regularly, their communication with the gamers is on point. I've got no complaints at all about Stalker 2. Okay, so if you take anything away from the previous video, it's not that that video is not a complaint on Stalker 2. It's just a general opinion on the fact that it's a shame that we have to rely on the modding community to improve and fix mainstream games upon launch when they've had what appears to be ample time and ample funding. That's essentially my complaint. So, with that out of the way, I thought what we'd do is take a look at the the new update 1.7 Expedition update that's literally just dropped today. And I thought it was really quite uncanny that this has dropped, seeing as I did that whole video, literally, what was it, yesterday, day before? So I thought we'd watch it together, we'd get reactions, and then we'd kind of go through it and see what's been improved and what's been updated. So let's have a look. Why is that shit quality? There we go. Expedition mode. Okay, so what does that do? I can't see because it's got that right in the way. Enable this option. The game will only autosave upon... Can't see what that says. We'll read about it later. So, monsters are going to be a lot harder. That was cool. Oh, he dropped his gun. That's cool. It does look so good. For quick screenshots... Oh, what was that? What did he do? What did he do then? You get rid of the HUD? Yeah, he did something that... Is that like a... Is that like a hotkey? I know you can minimize certain things on the HUD, or you can get rid of certain things on the HUD. But is that going to be like a hotkey now that you can just press and it gets rid of the whole thing? Ooh, that was cool. Light rainy. That's pretty. Ooh! Oof. Oh, okay. View death animations, consumable artifacts, and equipment stats. So, energy drink with an improved formula. So it just tells you more about the items. Okay. A life update again. I have to say as well, the updates that they did relatively quickly as well from when the game was launched that fixed the A life. You can't knock them for how quick they handled that, because it was a mess upon launch. I have to say, it was a mess, but they really worked hard to fix that. Improved tactics and fixed vision through grass and reeds. Okay. So you can hide better. They're not going to instantly see you. Better locking and oh, controller improvements. Okay, so this is another thing that I really wanted to start. So I last time I played Stalker 2, it must have been, it's got to be a couple of months ago, maybe a month and a half ago, and I really wanted to use the controller, and it wasn't quite implemented properly. The nice thing, I am more of a keyboard and mouse guy, but the nice thing about a controller is that you can control your movement speed a lot smoother. And the way you look around, it can just be a nice, smoother experience. So if they've improved that, I'm all for it, because I would like to play with the controller for a little bit. It's also better if you're recording videos. For instance, my Skyrim Novice videos and my Skyrim Elder Gleam playthroughs, most of them are done with a controller, just because it's a smoother experience for you guys that are watching. New running state, jogging. Oh, interesting. So does jogging still deplete your stamina, or does it deplete it slower than running? New negative effect, tremor. Energy drink reward. Oh, Are you going to get the shakes from having too much energy drinks? Nice. Okay. That's a lot. That's fair play. That's a lot. That's a lot of improvements that they've got there. So let's have a look now. Highlights. Fixes improvements to the A-Life system. Master difficulty and expedition mode. This difficulty level can only be selected at the beginning of the game. Oh, so you've got to start a new game? Master difficulty. So what's the expedition mode then? What does that do? NPC vision and combat update. Inventory and equipment stat update. Stamina and sprint rework. New anomalies. Controller aim improvements. Immersive mode. Light rainy weather scenario. SD cards with coupons. Okay. AI combat. Numerous fixes and improvements to the A-Life system. So now factions can expand control over new territory. This means that they may also lose control over their lands if they fail to defend them. So it's just an expansion on all these things happening when you're not there necessarily. Various points of interest, checkpoints, locations, but not hubs, are in contest between different NPCs and mutants. They also want to defend their lairs and territories. Okay. Enemies have real problems detecting you in tall grass and are much less accurate when shooting through the bushes. Okay, that's cool. Mutants and NPCs have also learnt to retreat from the fight if they realise the chances for survival are low. Okay, and there's a bunch of fixes and optimizations. Okay. Optimized foliage. And then a bunch of stuff. I'm not going to go through all this. But what is the... You can change the difficulty level at any time in the options menu. So rookie. Yeah. Reserved for the most skilled players. This difficulty level can only be selected at the beginning of the game. But what does it change? What does it do? Am I missing something? Doesn't it not tell me? But surely the AI in the combat, that's an improvement across all difficulties, not just the master. Yeah, it's not saying anymore. Okay. Well, I assume then that master is just a heightened version of all the other difficulties, I imagine. Enemies are going to be harder, smarter, stronger, etc. Yeah, okay. I'm definitely going to have to jump back in this, I think, and have a go. Yeah, so I hope I cleared some things up, because I have seen some comments in last videos. I think just seeing the title and assuming that I'm ripping on Stalker 2. It's not the case. I love Stalker 2, okay? So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have any ideas or suggestions of any game that you want to see me play, please drop that in the comments below. And thank you guys so much for watching. This is my first time on camera on this channel anyway. So I'm trying things out and seeing how I can keep the channel fresh and interesting. So I'm not sure yet if I'm going to sort of show my face on actual playthroughs, but if it's something that you think you'd like, I can look into that definitely. I think I'm also going to start doing some live streaming. It's something that I've talked about before. I'm not sure if I'm going to do it on Twitch or on YouTube. I haven't decided yet, but these things I'm trying to decide and think, of ways of just keeping the channel fresh and interesting for you guys. So again, any suggestions, please let me know, and I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Cheers, guys. Bye-bye.